Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to start off by wishing you all a happy new year. Welcome back. I hope you guys have had an amazing positive start to the new year, and I thought it was about time I came back with an updated 2023 perfume collection video. Now, my perfume collection video that is on my channel is the most viewed, or one of the most viewed videos on my channel to date. So I thought, why not? It's about time I shared with you my updated and refined collection, and let's get straight into it. So the first product I'm going to be talking about is one you would have seen in my previous collection. It is the DKNY Golden Delicious EDP. Now, hopefully that is picking up. There we go. You can see this is actually finished. So I have a new one all ready to go. Here we go. This is DKNY Golden Delicious. And yeah, what can I say about this, guys? I've been using this for over a decade. Probably 15 years, you know. Gosh, how old am I? But this is amazing. This is EDP, so I tend to buy all my perfumes in EDP, which is eau de parfum. That's just because I like the staying power. It's the most purest form of perfume or alcohol, and that's what I tend to stick to. I'm not going to talk too much about the packaging of all the different perfumes, but I will just talk about the scent and why I like them. So this one, as I said, it is in the shape of an apple. It's a very sort of fruity, fresh scent, I want to say. Of course, it has the apple tones in there. I'm really bad at describing fragrances, by the way, so I'm going to try my best. It has those sort of floral but fruity tones, and it's really fresh. Now, if you saw my old video, you would have seen that I used to actually use this as like a room spray, as linen spray, but over the last year or so I've just used it as a perfume. This is probably like my 5th or 6th or 7th bottle that I've purchased of this, and I have another one ready to go. But it's just so lovely. This retails for around the £60 mark. This is, I believe, 50ml. Oh no, sorry, this one is actually 100ml, but I think 50ml retails for around the £60 mark. And yeah, it's just lovely. If I'm just lounging around at home, I've showered and I'm going to be either working from home or whatever, I still like to put on a bit of perfume. Like, who doesn't like to smell good? So this is the one that I use. Next up, I have this little baby over here, guys. This is an oldie but a goodie as well. What can I say? This is J'adore Dior. I don't know if that's going to focus or not, but this is a classic. This, once again, is one of many bottles I've had. It's just lovely. It's a classic. It's actually a cult classic. It's a cult favorite. Obviously, love the classic bottle. Don't have much to say about it, but the scent is divine. In fact, this perfume was one of my very first ever perfume. So I've been using this for like nearly 2 decades. I've been using this for a hot minute, quite some time. How can I describe this scent? It's a floral, but it's got depth. It's got that sort of deep scent. I don't really know how to describe it. Like a little bit of jasmine, a bit of, you know, sort of orangey, it's not overly fruity, it's not overly flowery. It's just that perfect balance, I think, between fruity, florally, I don't want to say musky, but just that depth. And yeah, it's just lovely. You have to kind of go and you have to spray it to know. This is one of my first ever perfumes. I've repurchased this multiple times. I've been gifted this multiple times because everybody knows this is my favorite. And it's just great. So 100ml of this retails for about £120. So I'm just giving rough estimations because, of course, you can get every perfume I'm mentioning today at a discount, on a sale, online for cheaper. So I'm just giving rough sort of rough guidelines on how much all of these cost. So about 120. It is on the more expensive side. You can see I have a little bit left, so I'm due a top up soon, hint hint. But it's just lovely. It's one of those classic cult favorites that you just cannot not have. Next up, I have this one. Now this one, guys, I was introduced to about 5 years ago, I would say. This is Hugo Boss Ma Vie EDP. So there you go, probably get a slightly better angle. Comes in a nice ceramic, what is this, bottle. I love this, guys. I discovered it about 5 years ago, and I've repurchased this bottle like 20 times. Like, I kid you not. This is like probably my 20th bottle, and I have another one ready to go. I use this daily. This one is very sort of floral, a bit of cedar wood, almost like a little bit flowery as well, but it's just so perfect for every day. I particularly like to wear this in the evening. It's amazing, but it can be worn in the morning, in the day, and in the evening. It's just one of those versatile scents. It actually has probably become one of my signature scents. Oh gosh, it's just so lovely. Yeah, love it. This retails for, I'm trying to find the price here, but 50 ml of this retails for around the £60 mark. This bottle here is actually 50 ml. So I'm not sure if this is available in 100 ml. Next up is a perfume which I discovered in Space NK about 3 years ago, and I bought it. I've bought it a couple of times, but I have to say it's not one of my favorites anymore, but it is still in my collection because I do have a bit of it left, and it is this one by Caudalie. Hopefully that is focusing. It's this one by Caudalie. This is the Vignes, or I don't know how to pronounce this, guys. My French is terrible. It's actually spelled the des Vignes, but I'm sure it's pronounced Tête de Vigne or Tête de Vin. I'm not sure. Now, I'm not sure if this is a EDP or an EDT, eau de toilette, or eau de parfum. But this, as you can see, is the smaller bottle here. I purchased this because I wanted to keep it in my handbag. But this is a very fresh, dusky scent. I want to describe it like that. I don't wear this as often because I actually, I'm a strong believer that scents transport you back to a moment in time. And they do for me, 100%. And I used to wear this daily to work when I was working in an investment bank. And it just gives me those investment banking memories, which I don't want to be transported to on a daily basis. So I do wear this. I wear this when I go into the office, which is once or twice a week. So this has become my office scent. It's musky. I have to say it's quite musky. It has a bit of sort of neroli and musk combination flavors, scents. 100 ml of this perfume by Caudalie retails for around the £40 mark. And then I have two new additions which I've been wearing over the last few months. I do love them. They're a little bit different to the kind of scent I usually go for. The next one is by Cartier. This is La Panthere Noir. This, I believe, is one of their newest scents. Now, there's probably so many grubby fingerprints all over this, but as you can see, I've used it quite a lot. I've only had it for a couple of months, and it's become a favorite. I found this actually when I was going to a PR event, and I nipped into, was it Selfridges? I don't know, Selfridges or John Lewis, and I nipped into there, and I just randomly came across this. There was a guy with a spritz, and then I really liked the smell, so I sprayed it on myself. One of my friends who I met at the event, she told me that I smelled great, and I was like, like, what is it? And then I remembered I had sprayed this literally moments before, and then I remember mentioning it, and I got it given as an anniversary present, which is so sweet. But this is a very nice, very unusual scent for me, but a very bold, powerful sort of scent. It's, you know, a fierce scent, I want to put it like that, and it has a very oud-y tone. So I'm not sure if there's oud in here or if it's, you know, any oud influences, but it does have that very oud specific scent. Now if you know what oud is, you will know what I'm talking about. I love this for evenings. I actually only wear this in evenings, if I'm honest, or on nights out, if I'm going for an evening out, a dinner out. I don't tend to wear this like in the day when I'm going to work or if I'm going out and about. But one thing I've discovered now, before I move on, is a combination that I love to pair this with. So I do like it. I think I loved it when I first got it, but the more I wear it, I just feel it's just not giving me that scent that it initially gave. So I don't know what that is all about. But since that, I've actually started to pair it with Ma Vie. This combination here, guys, trust me when I say is the one. Don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the mix of the, you know, the scents from here and combined, they create a new scent, or if they just complement each other really well. But what I'll do is I'll usually spray myself a couple of times with this, and I will mix it with this, and instantly I just get a totally new scent. It doesn't smell like this, it doesn't smell like this, smells like this combined, and it's just creating that oomph of a scent. So if anyone's out there and you want to, you know, mix up the scents in here and create your own perfume, I think that would be a winner. And finally, the price on this one is around the £130 mark for 100ml EDP. This is quite expensive. Cartier is quite expensive, and actually a lot of these perfumes I mentioned are expensive, but I don't buy them often. Often I get them as gifts, which is lovely. Oh, and one thing I will mention, if you haven't seen on my Instagram, I did a post on this. I'll try to insert it here if I can. It's very different to my YouTube, so you'll get to see a different side to me. So if you are interested, head on over to Instagram. I will leave the links down below, and that's where you can follow me for sort of more of a daily. Finally, I want to share my final and most newest addition to the collection, and it's this one by Jo Loves. It's in Red Truffle 21, and this one is just I almost think this could be a unisex scent. It is Vavavoom. As I said, my latest two editions have more of a deep, bold scent to them. Not that usual fresh, fruity, airy scent that I usually go for. They have more bold scents. It feels like they're a perfume with more depth. It's just that kind of vibe I get. This I eyed up, I want to say about 3 years ago, and I loved it. I tried it, I loved it, but I couldn't bring myself to buy it. It's so expensive. This one is 50ml, but 100ml of this retails for £115. So I just couldn't bring myself to buy it. But then, you know, recently I thought, you know what? I want it. I've been eyeing it up for a while. I like it, why not get it? I've used it a little bit, but what I am saving this for is for my trip to New York. I'm a strong believer of scents transporting you back to a moment in time. As I mentioned with this one previously, this takes me back to my investment banking days. Whereas this one, I want it to remind me of New York. So I've only used it like once or twice, but this is a very different scent for me, as I've said. It's kind of citrusy, it's kind of truffly, it's kind of like flowery, but more like green leafy. It's just a combination of those scents which just create this nice, strong, deep, powerful scent. And honestly, one spritz of this goes a long way. I think out of all of the ones I've mentioned, this one probably has the most staying power. You spray it once and it just lasts. And I like the packaging. It's very sleek. It's a very simple. It's small. You can pop it to your handbag. I'm going to leave my favorite places to purchase perfumes down below. My top ones being Boots, John Lewis, Selfridges. And there is also another website online I believe it's called allbeauty.co.uk or .com. I will leave it linked below, and that's where you can get a lot of fragrances on a discount. And who doesn't love a discount, right? Anyway, I'm going to cut it short here, guys. I've been rambling for like 25 minutes. That is it from me. I hope you enjoyed my updated 2023 perfume collection. It is refined. I have about 6 or 7 scents that I use and I stick to. There is one more scent on my wish list, which I do want to get. It's a scent that I discovered 15 years ago, and I used to wear it when I was a lot younger. I was still a teenager. And it is by Chanel, and I believe it's called Chance by Chanel. It's the pink sort of circular bottle. That is on my wish list. But yeah, as I said, I like to keep it refined. Perfume is something which is very personal, and also when you like a perfume, well, I find when I like a perfume, I tend to stick to it. So as you would have seen, a lot of my perfumes have been repurchases over the years and years and years, except for the last 2. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.